Welcome back, Ash's members. Welcome to Quiz Monday. We'll be recapping today, and I'm here with my co-host.
Justin King.
Yeah, so we'll get into the recaps, and then we'll, continue our Quiz Mondays. But we'll get started. For the slate, the Ravens on Thursday beat the Dolphins 28-6. Any quick thoughts on that one?
Yeah, I mean, Tua played pretty good in my opinion. It's just the consistency of scoring a touchdown. They got to the Ravens side pretty often, I would say, and just for the Baltimore offense, they're back. That's all I gotta say with
Hmm.
Lamar. Yeah,
Yeah, Lamar's back. Giving the Ravens a chance at least in the AFC North. This is the performance you want to see out of the Ravens when they got their fully healthy team. Dolphins are struggling right now. Their sources, I mean, I'm pretty sure some people have said that McDaniels is going to be safe for this season at least, but you never know. More losses could lead to his demise. He might be playing his final year out. We'll see about that, but good win for the Ravens.
yeah,
We'll move on to a slate on Sunday. It was actually really good. One of the best, especially coming off last week's slate. This is one of the ones where, you know, there were really good games. We'll start off in Houston. The Broncos, they narrowly come out of there with the win against the Texans. Bo Nix struggled for a lot of this game against a great Texans defense. What were your thoughts on this one?
yeah. Broncos just doesn't know how to play in the first half. I mean, their defense played pretty well, holding them to 15 point. And prayers up for, CJ Stroud. That hit, I don't think that was a PI, but that was a hard hit. And yeah. For the Broncos offense, I just want to see like Bo Nix speed sharp, like more sharper. But yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's two good defenses you can see by the final score. But either way, Broncos get the win. At this point, any win, is the necessary result, especially if you're trying to win the division. But in terms of the long-term future of the Broncos, this concerns me a little bit, just not being able to close out teams, I think for regular season wins, you're able to play like this, you're able to like edge out victories, but it kind of reminds me of the Vikings last year where they couldn't close out a team, but they'd always, win the game at the end. This just gives me similar vibes. Another game that was really close, but this one wasn't close until the end. The Colts go into Pittsburgh and they lose. So now the Colts fall to is it 7-2?
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on this game?
Steelers defense held pretty well against the Colts. Colts only had 7 points in the first half, which is, shocking. And Jonathan Taylor probably had his worst game, 45 yard, and annoyed that I lost on fantasy because the Steelers defense. But yeah.
Yeah, Steelers defense kind of really pressured Dan Jones, really made it troubling for him. And for a historically great offense in the Colts, this is the first time we really seen them struggle.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, even though lost to the Rams, their offense was clicking and they could have won that game. This is the one where like the offense wasn't clicking except for the last few drives. So, shout out to the Steelers. They're trying to hold off the Ravens in the division, trying to hold off the Bengals, but they got the job done.
Yeah, three interceptions.
Hmm. Five total turnovers. Um, Next game, this is probably the game of the year so far. If not, I mean, this is at least the game of the week. A crazy game where the Bears go into Cincinnati and just steal a victory, even though they should have won this game way earlier. As a Bears fan, what are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, Caleb balled out in the first half. I like what I saw. I said the first play, which I think it was a kick return, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, I missed that part, but yeah. I mean, the second half, Caleb was showing what he's capable of. 47 point in the end, but just gotta clean it up faster, They allowed a touchdown and got an onside kick, like forced, Which that part kind of worried me, but yeah, a win is a win. And I saw like bunch of trick plays this game. So I think the play calls like opening even more. And yeah, Mullen guy, he's a stud. And
Hmm.
Colson Loveland, he's also a stud.
Yeah, I mean, not damning the mood, but I think this is a game you got bailed out by the bad Bengals defense. I think if this was a slightly better defense, I think the Bears will lose this game. It just seems like the first half was great for the Bears. I mean, they were clicking on all cylinders. They got out to a 14-point lead. But then in the second half, it just seems like this defense just collapsed. They didn't know what to do. And it looked bad. I mean, there was a time in this game where both defenses looked like, looked like a bunch of normal people out there. If you said, hey, what if we had 11 normal people try to face the Bengals offense? That's what it looked like from the Bears. I mean, they couldn't stop a nosebleed out there. Um,
Y-
but at the
Yeah,
end,
I mean that's true, but the Bears offense without Rome Odunze is their target.
I mean, but that's partially your fault. I mean, it's not like Rome's hurt. You guys just didn't use Rome. So that's on you guys. If you know.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's true.
Or you want to say they strapped him down. That works too. I mean, the Bengals strapped down Rome, and DJ was kind of held down for a little bit. Big running day in this one, but at the end, Colston Loveland bailed up the Bears, and at the end, that's what the Bears need, just victories.
Hmm.
And speaking of the Bears in the division, the Vikings go into Detroit, get a victory there, really muddies up the NFC North there. Thoughts on this game?
Yeah, DJ McCarthy first game back. On stat wise, it says he only has 140 yard, but from what I kind of saw, I thought he kind of played good, no?
Um, I mean, there was a period in this game where neither team really looked that great. Um, but I'm looking at the stat lines and whatnot. JJ, I mean, it's the Lions defense was still getting to him. There's a
Yeah.
period in the middle of this game. I forgot where it was, but neither team was really getting anything going on offense. It seemed
Mhm.
like the Vikings got to the Lions on defense, and then the Lions were kind of muddying it up for the Vikings. This game was a pretty quick game, I think. Not
Yeah.
a lot of possessions. But yeah, I think the Vikings and their defense really came out in this game. Outside of a late touchdown, this is one of those games where it's NFC North football, lower scoring ish, and just hard nosed. One team comes out, just does a little bit more and wins it.
Yeah.
And to really make the situation in the NFC North complicated, the Packers fall to the Panthers at Lambeau. You got any thoughts on this one?
Yeah. From what I noticed, was it Panthers that always do good against good teams, right? There's something like that. Hold on, I don't know, but let's see yeah, Bryce Young, he played not good, but Rico Dowdle just bailed him out and took a bunch of the chances. And the Packers offense just doesn't pack their defense from what I saw. Michael Parsons has zero pressure, which I think played a huge factor in this loss. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't say the defense really was the issue here. If I'm not mistaken, the Panthers offense was not clicking in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Bryce Young barely had 100 yards. Rico had a pretty good game rushing, but outside of that, it seemed like there's a lot of punts in this game. And the Packers did get interception. It just seems like the Packers lost this game versus the Panthers winning it.
Yeah, yeah.
Jordan Love just seemed like he was too reliant on the 50-50 ball, just trying to chuck it down the field. And when you lose your tight end, who's kind of your offense, it
Mhm.
really hurts. Unfortunately, Tucker Kraft's out for the year with the torn ACL, so they're gonna be without him. And I don't know, this Packers ceiling is it. There's a high ceiling on this, but I feel like there's a floor on this Packers team that does concern me.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. The Falcons and the Patriots. Patriots barely get a win there. Missed field goal from Parker Romo ultimately proves costly. Thoughts on this one?
Yeah, Michael Penix looked pretty good this game. And Drake London, just they look good together, their connection. Bijan Robinson, he had two, like, I don't know what to say, like decent or bad, but he got a step up for the Falcons. He's like the offensive discussion, I would say. And for the Patriots side, Drake May just looks like very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Trayvon's like first like real like pretty solid game, I would say.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Um, I think for Penix, outside of Drake, it doesn't seem like he had much going on with his receivers. Pitts had 4 catches, and then Bijan had a lot of targets, a lot of catches. But I'd love to see, Penix kind of spread the ball out. But if Drake plays like this, it's hard to go away from Drake. Or Drake London, sorry. And then with the Patriots, Drake May, Still playing pretty well. Did throw a pick in this game, but really managed this game. Really lean on the running game. They had a lot of rushing attempts in this game, so it does play in when you're trying to keep a lead, trying to just finish out a game. So good win for the Patriots. Patriots continue to take care of business against lower tier teams.
Hmm.
Um, the Niners travel the into East Rutherford and beat the Giants 10-point ball game. What are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, Mac Jones looked good this game, and CMC is just CMC. Like he's back to his old self. He had a 100-yard game, and he had 5 catches for 67 yards. He's just like elite on the ground and on through the air. And
Yeah, oh, go ahead.
For the Giants, Jackson Dart looks like a steal and might look better than Cam Ward from what I think.
hmm
Yeah,
You kind of hit it. I mean, it seemed like the Giants forgot CMC was on the Niners. Mac Jones played well, but CMC is still the star of the show there. It just feels like every few years you just get like, oh, CMC, this is the guy who was a superstar in Carolina and whatnot.
yeah,
We'll go to Tennessee where the Chargers win against the Titans in a closer ball game than I'm sure Chargers fans would have liked.
yeah. So my thought is actually not my thought, but like Joe Alt, he's done for the season from what I saw. So it's just there's a lot of negative news for the Chargers O line, and I'm interested to see if like they change it up during the trade market, like right now,
hmm
potentially. But for the Titans, I think like even though they lost, I think this like you take this game as a win, to be honest, because the Chargers are a good team, and it was a close battle.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure if you tell the Titans that, they're not gonna be too happy about like, oh, it was a close game, so you gotta win there. But um, it's yeah, more injuries on the Chargers side. It's gonna just be, how healthy can the Chargers team be, and that's how far they can go in the playoffs. A lot of guys, getting lost to injury. So I mean, if the receivers start to go down or Herbert starts to go down, this ship could be sinking fast.
Yeah.
We'll head to the late slate. We'll blow by this Rams game real quick. Rams destroy the Saints. Anything?
Yeah, you like the Rams are just elite this year, you know. Matthew Stafford, MVP candidate for a touchdown, and their offense is just electric, you know. Kyrie Williams is capable of going off any day. You know, they also got Puka back from injury. He had 7 catch for 95 and a touchdown. He just looks too elite in my opinion. And they still have Devontae Adams. But for the Saints, Tyler Shook didn't play a bad game for his first game, 176. But yeah, Kamara gotta also step it up in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, the Saints might get blown out every week. Well, it is what it is. I don't think many Saints fans are expecting this team to be competitive. Rams are elite. They show that they're elite. They have two amazing weapons on the outside, and they have an amazing running back. Stafford's still amazing. Props to the Rams.
Yeah.
We'll go to the desert uh, in Vegas where the Jaguars narrowly win in overtime on a 2-point conversion. This was a pretty fun game, late slate, considering we had that Rams game. These other two games really did hold the load. So how do you think, what are your thoughts on this game?
Yeah. The Jaguars are just banged up wide receiver, like on the wideouts, you know. Uh, what was it? De'Ami Brown went down and Brian Thomas. I'm pretty sure he also left, right?
hmm
Yeah. So, I mean, I still like this offense, but I don't. Yeah. And for the Raiders, you know, Geno Smith, this was his best game. 284 and 4 touchdown, and I did not expect this at all. Yeah.
Yeah, Brock Bowers had himself a game in this one. I'll look up his exact stat line, but
12
from
catches. Yeah, he had 12 catches for and 127 and 3 tutties.
Yeah, so I mean this is crazy. Welcome back, Brock Bowers. Just a little fantasy note. We've had two 40-point games in fantasy. Both of them have come from Raiders. So hey, Gino can support a guy every, he'll have a guy go off, every once in a while. But my biggest thing is just, I'm glad there was no tie in this one. Pete Carroll could have easily gone for the extra point, played for the tie, but Pete don't go over ties. He'll win or lose, he'll have a result. And on the Jaguar side, you kind of mentioned the receivers going down. They're pretty thin out there. We got news during the week that Travis Hunter is dealing with a significant knee injury. So he's on IR. He got put on IR pretty early, so it's gonna be interesting to see. There's some rumors out there that if the Jaguars aren't in contention, he might be out for the year. But with the Jaguar spot right now, they're fighting for a playoff spot. There's a chance he comes back, in the late few weeks.
Yeah.
And then the last game, in the like afternoon time is the Bills beating the Chiefs in the regular season. It seems like this is a story every year. The Chiefs lose to the Bills, but there's always a second half in the playoffs. So, any thoughts on this one?
Yeah, you kind of said it. Like the Bills owns KC in the regular season, KC owns Bills in the postseason. But this loss for KC is just brutal right now. They're out of the playoff picture right now, 5-4, and Josh Allen bought out.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'll go deeper in this game just because I have some thoughts on this.
Hmm.
I'm looking at the two teams ahead of the Chiefs, right? The Chargers and the Jaguars. And I think they're both good teams, but they're both dealing with a lot of injuries. And with what Casey's got coming up, um, they have a chance to make a statement, in my opinion, right? They got two tough games in the Broncos and the Colts. And then the
Hmm.
Cowboys, they're tough-ish, right? Texans are winnable. The Chargers, if you got to make a statement there in Arrowhead. But then at the end, you do get the Titans and the Raiders sandwiched behind a Broncos game. So there is a window there for the Chiefs to, finish out strong. I think if they get to 11 wins, I think that's enough for the playoffs and might even fight for the division. 10 wins is iffy, but for the Chiefs, right, this is probably the year that you gotta prove, coming off a Super Bowl loss, you gotta prove that you're still the Chiefs. And for the Bills, right, you're fighting against New England there. New England's got a pretty easy schedule. Um,
Yeah.
it's you can't really fault Buffalo for this regular season dominance, right? You can't just be like, oh, we're gonna lose this year in the regular season, right? It doesn't really
Hmm.
work like that. But with the story with the Bills, it's always going to be what happens in the playoffs. And if they can't continue to if they don't win in the playoffs, it's not going to matter what happens all this regular season success. Um, but those are my thoughts on that game. And then the last game, Sunday Night Football, kind of a blowout. Seahawks take care of business against the Commanders.
Yeah.
Anything on this one?
Yeah. First of all, the Commanders were down big. Jaden Daniels, that injury was disgusting and spares up for him. Yeah. Like Commanders like couldn't get going anything on offense. But like for the Seahawks, Sam Darnold was perfect first half, and their JSN connection with Sam Darnold just looks unstoppable. And yeah, I think they still need to get like more running attack, but this offense is very good and D-line is very awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, the Seahawks in the first half played amazing. I mean, coming to this game without Cooper Kupp, there were thoughts like, "Hey, how does this offense look?" It didn't miss Cooper Kupp by like anything. They had guys step up. Torrey Horton stepped up. Elijah Arroyo stepped up. AJ Barner stepped up. Um, and yeah, Sam Darnold continues to show why last year wasn't a fluke. The Seahawks team looks like they're going to be in contention for the NFC. It's just going to be can Sam Darnold jump over that playoff hump after last year. That's my thoughts. Seahawks defense is really good. Um, And then some trade deadline news. Trade deadline will be tomorrow, but it'll be today as it's releasing. This episode will release probably an hour before the trade deadline. So we'll get to the trades on Wednesday when we record. But we did have one trade happen earlier today
Hmm.
on Monday as we record. Jalen Phillips got traded to the Philadelphia Eagles for a third round pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you go first. Anything on this one on either side?
Yeah. I think this helps for the Eagles. You know, they their defense is weak this year, compared to last year. And Jalen Phillips is the guy. I think he'll play solid for the Eagles. And yeah. And I also like the other move the Eagles did the previous week, but you could share this one first.
Yeah, I think for the Dolphins, this is the right move, right? I mean, after the season you're having, especially with the guy whose contract's about to end, um, I think you definitely get rid of the guys who you might not think about bringing back, or guys who you can get something back for with the rental. And for the Eagles, I think this helps their pass rush, especially they needed pass rushing help. They're really thin on that. Bringing back Brandon Graham's cool for the storyline, but I'm sure if you ask Eagles fans, that's not the guy you want, coming in every down to be your best pass rusher or second best pass rusher. So bringing in a solidified guy, even though he's coming off an injury, um, it's going to help. I mean, having depth at edge rusher is always a good thing. So I say it's a good move for both teams. You know, I think for the Dolphins, it's better in the grand scheme of things, especially if, Jalen Phillips does leave. But, the Eagles are coming like they're contending for Super Bowl, so you got to go after this move.
Yeah.
All right, so it's Monday. Last week we had Justin try to name all the quarterbacks in the NFL. This week we're gonna move on to running backs. So let me get this loaded up real quick, and we will get started. Thoughts on this one? Do you think you do better or worse?
Uh, I think I'll do fine.
Okay, you think you can get at least the starters and a couple backups for every team?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so let me pull this one up. All right, so let's see. Hold on,
Yo.
let me settings real quick. All right, so do you see everything here?
Oh yeah, I do.
All right, so let's get it started then. You name it, same thing works. You name it, and I will put them in.
Okay. The Bills. James Cook,
Okay,
Devon Achane. Right. Yeah.
yeah.
Uh Travion Henderson, Ramondre Stevenson, Brees Hall, Isaiah Davis. Oh, I got two on. Okay.
That's fine. Get Ray Davis in there. It's part of Sporcle.
Ravens, Derrick Henry,
Okay,
Justice Hill,
there you go.
Bengals, Chase Brown, P. Ryan, Browns, Jukins, Ford,
Ward?
Ford.
Oh, Ford. I heard Ward. I was like, wait a minute, who's Ward?
Um, I know one more, the rookie, but I forgot his name. Oh, Dylan Simpson, Dylan Simpson. Steelers, Jalen Warren, Kenneth Gainwell. Texans, Joe Mixon,
Oh, he's on IR, so they don't have him in there.
Woody Marks, Nick Chubb, Colts, Jonathan Taylor's. I don't know the other one. They don't use any.
Yeah, I don't know if I can name a backup Colts running back.
Jaguars, Travis Etienne.
Got the other guy you always mix him up with too later on.
Um, Not Tank Bisbee. He's on the Eagles.
Well, I'll put him in there just because I know you know him.
Uh, who's the guy that scored a tutty yesterday? I know they have
Another
one
word
more.
for fart.
Var?
Another word for fart. How would you say it if you were like saying it to a kindergarten?
Var, no?
All right, I mean, I know who you're trying to talk about, but
Okay,
we'll move on to the Titans.
yeah, Tony Pollard
Uh-huh.
and uh okay, we'll skip for now.
Okay.
McLaughlin, J.K. Dobbins, Tyler Bade, Oh, who's RG Harvey? Oh, I only have one more. No. Um. Okay, yeah, it's probably okay. Pacheco, Kareem Hunt. I know they have one more that. Brashaw Smith.
Probably a couple Smith. Oh, only one Smith. Wow.
Huh?
No, I thought you were gonna get more Smiths, but continue.
Raiders Genty. I don't. I don't know anyone
We'll go
else.
real quick on this one. Former Dolphins running back.
Former.
Yeah, he got a lot of touchdowns with the Dolphins.
Oh, I forgot his name. I know. Yeah, I know who you're talking.
I know you know who I'm talking about.
Forgot his name. I had him in this. Bro. Yeah, I know who you're talking about, but
You know, you have a lot. If you keep getting more, what do you get? If you have more apples than your friends, you have,
a lot
but like compared to your friends, you have the
more.
the
Most.
still don't got it with that?
Mo- Mostert.
There
Mo
you go. All right, you going?
Chargers. Omarion Hampton.
Oh, I guess you got Cam. I don't know. Okay, no, he's not. He's on there because he's injured.
Oh, really? Vital. Dude, they have how much running back do they have?
I know at
They
least two more on there, but we'll continue. Just gets us some of the teams have less.
Javonte Williams.
Damn, you got a bunch of Williamses.
They drafted Jaden Blue. No, I swear. Mm, yeah, I don't know. Scatterboo.
I think they might have him injured, but yeah, they have him injured. So
Singletary. And Tyrone.
hey, we got one team now. We got a full team. Continue.
Saquon. Will Shipley. And A.J. Dillon.
Hey, two
Yeah.
straight teams. We're on a hot streak.
Jace, Ja'Cory Murray. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait, do I just
JCM.
have? Am I spelling it wrong? Hold on. You got it right. Keep going. I'll look up how you spell his name.
Nichols,
Who?
Jeremy Nichols.
Mm, Jeremy Nichols?
I
Oh,
s
you are. Okay.
uh
Wait, say that again. Jeremy Nichols?
yeah. Who's the other one that always steals JCM touches?
There's two.
Yeah, is it
Oh, I know what you're talking
one?
about. Jeremy
Yeah.
McNichols. Okay, sorry. I figured it clicked in my head. And then there's one more guy I know you're talking about. Like there's
I don't know the other guy.
okay.
DeAndre Swift,
Okay.
Kamunangai, Roshan Johnson, and Travis Homer.
Hey, we're on a hot streak now.
Yeah, I know what these. Jameer Gibbs and Monty. They have how much running back do they have? They only use those two. What?
I think that's fullbacks in here too. I'm looking at the Seahawks. I think they have fullbacks.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't know their fullbacks.
That's fine. I don't know them either, but we'll keep going.
Packers. There's one that Emmanuel Wilson
Okay.
and Josh Jacobs.
Okay.
Vikings, Aaron Jones. Why he's not number one?
No.
Uh, Bro, who's the AJ? No, uh, can you give me a hint?
Uh, Michael. Well, his name's not
Michael
Michael, but like think about like famous Michaels. Michael,
Thomas?
common, like the most famous Michael. Who's the most famous Michael?
I don't know.
When you hear the name Michael, who do you think of?
Michael Thomas.
Okay, keep going. Other sports.
What sport?
Basketball.
Michael Jordan?
Okay,
Oh, Jordan. Jordan Mason?
there you go.
Falcons, B. John Robinson and Tyler Geo.
There you go.
We already got ETN.
Mm-hmm.
Chuba Hubbard and Rico Dowdle. Kamara. And Devin Neal. Yeah. But Bucket Irving's out, right?
They haven't yet. Oh wait. Nope, they haven't out. It's not IR. If you're on IR, I think if you're on IR, you're not in this.
Rashad White. Okay. Cardinals. So they don't have James Conner, right?
They have an IR.
Okay.
Okay.
Imari DeCario, Trey Benson.
Well, I think Benson might be an IR, but I'll look him up. But yeah, and then there's one more. I know you know.
Yeah, the guy that I'm reading down for today, is something night.
Yeah. Is it- Oh, I think it's Dan Ricardo. Dan Ricardo. Yeah, continue.
Kyron Williams, Blake Corum. Oh, we already have. Okay. Christian McCaffrey. They don't use anyone else though.
You know their fullback's name?
Kyle, huge catch.
Yeah.
Okay. Ky Walker, Kenneth Walker,
Okay.
Zach Charbonnet,
Well, you're supposed to know. Hold on. Yeah.
Sh
Yes. Yep.
Sharp, bro. ET, isn't it ET? Whoa, net. Yeah, wouldn't it be that?
No, it's sharp.
Type just can you just type like enter sharp
What did I type in Zach and someone's name? His last name is Zach? What the heck? Okay. All right. It's Zach Charbonnet. I don't know what happened, but I'm sure Zach Charbonnet is one of them. But continue.
and then Holani and then I don't know.
Okay. I know. We'll go through some of the ones I know you know. Okay. If I tell you Bayshaw, you know Bayshaw?
Tootin,
Okay. Let me go through some of these ones. Ollie.
Gordon,
Um. Oh, I guess now I have him out. Ty J.
Spears,
I actually don't have the Colts. Nick Chubb. Let's see if I know any other ones. Alexander.
Madison,
Oh, he's not in the league anymore. Okay. I'll get you the Charger one is Jarrett Patterson. Um, and then okay, Hassan.
Reddit,
No, Hassan Haskins.
Son Haskin, yeah.
Chris. Well,
Rodriguez.
okay. Didn't think you were gonna get that one, but that's what that was. Okay. I actually don't know who the Cowboys other one is. Trying to think. I mean, you did pretty good. There's a lot of these like I know. I don't know who the other ones are. Um, Trying to think. Are there any other ones that I know? Who's number 0 on the Jets? That running back? I forgot his name.
Braylon.
Yeah, Braylon Allen. Oh, I don't know who that is, but I meant Braylon. Um,
You got a free Allen.
I got LaQuint Allen. Shout out LaQuint Allen. Um, I actually have no idea who the Colts backup running back is, but other than the Colts, I think
The
we got
Colts.
every
The Colts. I mean, we saw a little bit of him last year.
doesn't help me. I don't remember who it is. I mean, Jonathan Taylor's the only guy I remember. But other than that, we got most of them. I'm pretty happy
Yeah.
with this. Let's go see who we missed. Okay, fullback. Jack
Oh
Westover.
yeah, I like Ingold high. I feel like we could have got that
Mm-hmm.
maybe.
Oh, not getting free ad. Hodge Brooks, I do remember.
Khalil Herbert I could have got. Keaton
Khalil
I could have
Herbert,
got. Pretty sure. Oh,
Keaton Mitchell.
Tosh
I remember
Brooks.
Keaton Mitchell getting in the game a little bit. Damian Pierce, forgot about him. Amir Abdullah, I did not remember he was on this team.
Oh, yeah.
These two I didn't get. I wouldn't have gotten. Naheem Hines didn't know he was on the Chargers.
Elijah Mitchell we could have got.
I don't remember seeing him in the Chiefs game though. Hunter Lupke, I definitely remember Hunter Lupke. Craig Reynolds, I
Craig.
do remember.
Mhm. Chris Brooks.
I don't
Remember.
know. Oh, I remember trying to put. What the heck? Do you see this?
How do you spell it?
I do not. I don't take any responsibility. We definitely got this. Whoever's
Yeah,
making
we
this
got
quiz,
it.
because we definitely got this one. Garendo and Jordan James, I think we could have gotten. I remember seeing Jarquez Hunter in the game, but
Oh, Jordan James.
yeah. But
Isaac. Ah, I feel like
yeah. So we
yeah.
got. I'm counting Zach Charbonnet. We got 84 out of 122.
This is actually
7%.
pretty.
I think
Wait,
that's pretty
who's
good.
we go down to the Seahawks one?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I got everybody fullback. I don't know the fullback.
Yeah. I mean, I think we did pretty good all in all. We'll see what we do with
Yeah.
receivers. Receivers gonna be way harder, but we'll tune back next week for the receivers. Outside of that, you got anything else before we hit the trade deadline? Anybody you want to see traded to any certain teams?
Yeah, like I think the Broncos should pursue for a wide receiver. Get Mo
Any names in particular?
maybe like I was I don't really know, but maybe like a Brian Thomas just to throw it out there.
Do you think they're trading Brian Thomas though?
Maybe if it's a good package, I don't know,
I
but
feel
I
like
just
the
want to
Jaguars are still contending. What
yeah.
about Olave? Would you take Olave?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Um, what about any other guys like just guys you want to see traded? Maybe not to a certain team, but just like guys you want to see get out.
Yeah, honestly, Brees Hall get traded. I feel bad for
Okay.
him.
Any particular team, just in general.
Just maybe to like Bears.
Okay. I want to see
And
Max Crosby get dealt out of Vegas. I mean, I know that he loves being in Vegas and Vegas wants to keep him, but I think he deserves to be on a team that, contends for a championship. Um, Him and Trey Hendrickson, I think Trey
yeah.
Hendrickson's a better chance of getting dealt, but I want to see him. And the Colts are a team I want to see pursue at least one of them. I think the Colts can definitely make the moves to make it happen, and they should.
Mhm.
Um, Trying to think. I mean, Waddle's a guy who you might see traded. I don't know where he fits. Broncos are a fit. The Colts are a fit. Um, and then obviously my team, the Seahawks. I want to see us trade for a corner. Get rid of. I mean, Reek Woolen. I
He's
like him as a
cool.
person. He gives some memories,
Yeah.
but he just doesn't fit our system. He's not a physical guy. He's more of like a finesse, like go get the ball kind of guy.
Hmm.
I don't know if there's any like DBs right now in contention, but if there are DBs, I'm sure the Seahawks are making some calls. And then linebackers, right? I love to see
Yeah.
the Seahawks go get a linebacker. I don't know who the linebacker is. Maybe it's, Logan Wilson from the Bengals. Just somebody, especially with Ernest Jones' injury. But those are some teams
Yeah.
I see making some moves. Some other low-key teams like the Ravens maybe make a move. But yeah, I'm excited to see the trade deadline. We'll be back on Wednesday to recap the trade deadline and then preview the upcoming week. Should be a good week of football.
Hmm.
That being said, we'll catch you guys next week. Thank you guys for listening.
Thank you.